Hello everybody, my name is Kenneth and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be checking out Stell's newest release, Crazy. I have managed, because it is a few days now since this came out, I have managed to kind of stay mostly spoiler free. All I really know is it's doing really well because Twitter was kind of like, here's the news about the song. And I do know that apparently it was filmed in NYC. Um, but apart from that, I don't know what kind of sound we're getting, don't know what kind of vibe we're getting. Um, I will be honest, for some reason before I started recording tonight, I had Crazy by Britney Spears, I think that's the title of the song, in my head. I know it's probably not going to sound anything like that, but word association I guess. Um, as always, pause warning, I am a pauser. If that's not for you, that's totally okay. Um, but I am a pauser. Um, Without any further ado, we're gonna hop right into this. I'm so looking forward to this. Um, so without any further ado, let's go. Let's go, 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 go. There's so much light in my face right now because of the screen and then the lights.
Lately,
Lately, okay, okay. I love the way that we just have this such like a simple opening, like you could hear like I think it was the diegetic sound of the city, um, and then like immediately his vocals come in. Okay, I ah, I'm trying to work out where to go back to. There we go. Um, okay, already I'm loving the vibe of this, just even from the opening. Just we're gonna get vocals. We know this. Let's go.
lately, think that I found when you come around, I don't wanna sleep.
What are we doing? We've got this kind of like country-esque sound in the background. Dun 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 dun. Like this arpeggio. Dun 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 dun. Um and he's like, "I'm crazy when you're around." Meanwhile, he's flirting with us. Like what's going on? He does look good though. He does look damn good. Um
I don't wanna sleep. If I close my eyes, I'm missing out. I'm sipping.
I'm so sorry. That change up, like the way that we went from chill to like it almost sounded like we were gonna build up and then it came. I'm loving this. This is so good. Like uh, and again the vocals.
Missing out. I'm sipping caffeine, but just one look at me, I feel higher than every cloud. Oh, I think I'm crazy for you. I think I'm crazy for you.
I just but I love how like simple this music video is. And I love like the fact. Yep, that's words. It's ironic. Like he talks about like being higher than ever, despite wanting caffeine. Da 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 da. But like the whole music video is so far because obviously it's at nighttime. He's wandering the city. It's almost like he is. What am I trying to say? It's almost like he Oh my god, my brain just fried. It's it's like when you literally can't sleep. You just kind of do like the bare minimum um to like try and get yourself so tired. That's almost like what the music video is he's wandering the city um and trying to do things. I don't know if the flirting with the camera is necessarily going to help him sleep. But you know, he he's doing all these things to try and get him to sleep. Um I love how this sounds so far. Um, Obviously, I went back because obviously it sounded like we were amping up there. But this is so like when we think back to like when Room came out, like we've got the same flirtiness and stuff like that, but at the at the same time, it's like a different strand. It's a different fork in the road, and a different sound. Um, yeah.
Crazy if I think I'm crazy, but yeah. I think I love you just a bit. I think I could get used to this. Don't keep me waiting to say it. I'm crazy, but yeah. I think I'm dying for your kiss. I swear I've never felt like this. Don't keep me waiting to say it. I'm crazy, but yeah. Hope
I love that chorus. It's powerful, but it's not overly like in comparison to the rest of the song, it's kind of is loud, but it's powerful, but it's not overly loud, if that makes sense. Um, it almost feels it's odd to say this, but it almost feels the way that the music video is being shown. There's almost a little bit of I know it's a love song, but there's almost an element of self-love to this. Just with the way that like he's handing himself the hot dog. Um, Obviously kind of I'm gonna name them Hoodie Stell and Cool Stell. Both of them are cool, but you know, just to differentiate them. But it's almost like Cool Stell got into a fight, or something. I know it's ketchup, and I know like the joke is like there's a missing piece on the hot dog. But it's almost like he got into a fight, and then like Hoodie Stell is like telling him to look after himself, don't forget to eat, you know, to that kind of thing, almost. Um, I don't know if that's too wrong, but especially as well because obviously you saw him dancing by himself. There does feel like a little bit of self love in there. Um, but no, I really like this.
hoping you'll feel the same, or I'll bury it deep and save my love for another day.
That is the thing with love is like if because obviously it's not guaranteed to be reciprocal. Um, you then do have to bury it deep, and some kind of that was an unfortunate pause. You because of the blur. You do obviously if you've got a relationship with this person already, you then have to work out if you were just trying to be friends with them to get in the relationship with them, which is kind of depending on how you look at it. Some people would be like, "Ooh, that's a bit," and stuff like that. Um, but if not, and if it was just like you were friends and then you happened to fall in love, but it wasn't reciprocal, you do have to bury it to keep that relationship going. Um, it's always a sad one. I love the kind of the Shrek reference there with the flower. I don't know if it's an intentional Shrek reference, but like the he loves me not, he loves me, she loves me not. I can't remember if it was Shrek or Fiona that did it. In the first film, I think it was Shrek. I think. Like outside, like she's inside the little hut thing, and he's outside, and then hears like Donkey and Fiona talking. I think it was Shrek. But that was my first thought with that. Um, yeah, I love how simple this MV is. It's just following Stella around. as he's exploring New York.
or I'll bury it deep and save my love for another day. I'll push it aside, but this love don't come easy, and there's no way you don't feel the fire. I think I'm crazy for you.
I, sorry, not related to the song. I'm just imagining when he's running through this part here. I'm just imagining like whoever's like attending or whatever, like being like, "Wow, he's filmed that 5 times, or he's filmed that however many times it took to get just the right like running take or whatever." Um, I liked the metaphor of the subway station throughout this, especially given like what he's been singing about. It's like there is an element of pleading because I think he said, "Tell me you don't feel this fire." I think is what the line was. Almost like trying to convince this other person. And you've got the signs for the different locations. Obviously, one said crazy, which was fitting for the title, but the other one said exit, and obviously he kind of looked at it as if like he was gonna go, and then turned back and obviously ran through this section, almost like he's trapped. Um, and obviously, there's the metaphor of the train as kind of the journey, as well. Um, I like it. I apologize if I'm not as insightful as usual. I'm really vibing with this. It's definitely got like a retro feeling to it. Um, like a maybe like a 80s, 90s kind of feel, maybe. Someone's gonna be like, no, actually, it's not that, but like, I feel like maybe even 2000s, but like, I feel like it feels maybe like that. It's weird to say that 2000s are retro now, but given that like some things that are in like shops and stuff that are from like the 2000s are now considered vintage, I don't think I'm too out of left field for saying it's retro. Does make me feel old though.
You know I'm crazy for you. I think I love you just a bit. I think I could get used to this. Don't keep me waiting to say it. I'm crazy for you. I think I'm dying for your kiss. I swear I've never felt like this. Don't keep me waiting to say it. I'm crazy for you.
No. No. First of all, I was gonna say like how cool is it like I don't know if this is like edited in or if they actually did change this for the music video, but like how cool is it that like he's filming in Times Square, he's filming and even if it is edited in, like the fact that they're like able to edit in on the advertisements on Times Square, like that's so cool. And then he comes through with that high note, which obviously, as I said, we always know that like that Stell's going to deliver vocals, but I wasn't expecting it at that point. I don't know why. When I say expecting it like that high note specifically at that point, I was just vibing. What I think I love about this song is it's carried by his vocals. But when he adds power to it, whether it's in the chorus or in the section just before the chorus, um, the music stands to meet him. When he's softer, when he's being more intimate with his vocals, it almost moves out of the way. The accompaniment almost moves out of the way for him. And then when he comes in with these gorgeous belts, it goes, okay, now we come in. Now we move around him. And the whole song is being carried off of his voice. And it's so, so good. Um, I'm I'm so impressed. Like I remember again going back to Room. I remember like how nervous he was like when Room was coming out. Um, and like we're now here from there, and it's just so amazing. Genuinely, I'm so proud of him. Um, I need to hear that note again because when this came up, the 2026, I I thought it was such as well. I thought that as well that this was such like an inspirational thing. Like you're seeing like this is the year that like he's there in New York City. He's able to film there. He's able to be there with both as a solo artist and a part of SB19. And it's like how can you not look at that and feel so inspired that like how far they've come, how far he's come. It just it makes me so it feels so proud.
I'm crazy for you. Oh, baby, I'm down. Oh, lately.
I'm so earlier earlier when I said about I know it's ketchup. I had this idea in my head that like well usually you get like mustard or like ketchup or whatever sauce you're using on your face after you've eaten, but and so it's like he did a reverse. Um, I had this feeling like that like we would get like the sauce on the hot dog eventually. I didn't expect it though to be like him just wiping like who needs a napkin when you've got hot dog? Good idea. Waste not, want not.
Oh, lately, I think that I found when you come around, I don't wanna sleep. If I close my eyes,
Ooh,
I'm missing out.
that ending was crazy. I think the metaphor there with the dying flower, obviously throughout he's been carrying this flower and it has gotten kind of progressively more dead. Um, it's such a great metaphor for not just like when you're feeling like you're putting in more into a relationship than the other person, but for burnout in general, like even the kind of the way that he's moving around the city at the end, and obviously the kind of the floaty effect that we had there at the end, it is a great like indicator of like when you put too much of yourself into anything, whether it's love, work, hobbies, and maybe you're not getting the results that you kind of expect, or again, with love, the reciprocation that you hope for, you do kind of lose yourself a little bit. Um, and so like reality does kind of fall apart and you can feel um like you're floating, but then obviously again there is still there is that metaphor as well of feeling faint because you're burnt out on a relationship that's maybe not being reciprocated, um and and so you're just tired. I really really like this. um yeah, again there is that there I'm gonna stand by this, that there is that element of self-love there, because it's like throughout this you've got the dying flower. Stell's not taking care of it. Stell's and the metaphor you could extend there of he's not taking care of himself because of this love. Um, but then you've got Hoodie Stell that's trying to keep him on track, trying to take the hot dog, eat the hot dog. Um, at one point, obviously, when it panned to the lyric on the ground, Um, it almost felt like he was trying to stop himself from running around the city, stop the potential burnout that was coming. Um, and kind of say like, okay, this person doesn't love you, but I still love you. You still love yourself. You can't forget yourself. Um, I don't know if I'm reading too much into that, but that's how that feels to me. Um, I feel like again, this song is so different from kind of like previous releases, and the reason I keep going back to Room is because obviously this kind of the start. It feels like anyway the start of a new era for Stell. And when you look at the start of the previous era, which was Room, and then move to this era, there's a confidence, yes, in his vocals and his performance, um, but there's also a lowering, it feels like, of boundaries of walls. Um, with Room, it was, he was being sexy, he was putting forward this facade, not that I'm saying that the facade was not that he's sexy because he's very attractive, but like he was putting this confident facade forward. Um, Whereas here there's a real vulnerability. It's nighttime, he's isolated, he's alone. Obviously there was a clip where at least one clip where there was like a where was it? There was like a couple of people around, like just passing by, but they weren't interacting with him, so the isolation was still there. Um, and I feel like that's really interesting moving forward. It's all, and I'm speculating here. Obviously, I don't know Stell. He doesn't know me. But it feels like as we're moving into this, there's a confidence there that he can be a bit more um, confident without necessarily being um, confident in the way he was in Room, if that makes sense. Um, because yes, there were moments where he was being like silly, and there was comedy in in some of what he was doing. Um, but it wasn't. It was almost like if Room was extrovert confidence, Crazy feels to me like introverted confidence. Um, a little bit, if that makes sense. Um, but no, I really, really like that. Um, I loved the fact that it was just him in this. Um, because I think as well, like the fact that like he's going around one of the greatest cities in the world, um, but he's doing so alone. I think that adds even more to the isolation because it's like I said, there were so many people around in one of the sequences. And obviously you had some of the shots, like for instance with the taxi, there was life in the city, um, but there was nothing interacting with him necessarily. And even like with the shots of the billboards and things like that, where he's like performing on them, he's effective. Like he's performing for us as the viewer, but in terms of if you like the in universe of the music video, he's performing to this person that effectively isn't maybe paying attention, isn't reciprocating. Um, and so there is still that incredible loneliness. And when you think of a city that size, any city, um, cities can be incredibly lonely places, despite how lively they are, how um, full of life and full of so many different people that they are. They can be incredibly lonely. Um, but yeah, I really, 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 really enjoyed this. Um, yeah, yeah, I think this is a great start to um, what I'm assuming is Stell's kind of second era as a solo artist. Um, I don't know. As I said, I've managed to stay mostly spoiler free, so I don't know if there's an album coming, an EP coming, or if this is just like a we worked on this and here you go. Um, I want to see. Okay, so I don't know who um, the production and lyricist and composer is. Um, this is where I'm gonna need your patience when I say this. Maribel Agnès. I think that's how you pronounce the little character at the top there. Um, I'm not aware of them. I really I think what I loved the most about this is yeah, just the fact that it gave Stell's vocals a place to shine. There was no crazy production. And when I say crazy, I don't mean that in a negative way, but there was, and also punny. I didn't even think about that, the title being crazy. Um, um, there wasn't any like crazy overproduction or anything. It was, as I said, it was exactly what Stell's vocals needed at the time. If he was being softer, more intimate, falsetto vocals, even he was if he was using that, the production stayed out of the way. Um, if he was belting, bringing a different kind of energy to the song, the accompaniment came back in and supported him, but again matched his energy. It didn't overpower his energy. Um, and I really, really loved that. Um, I still love the fact, I'm just reading the credits. I still love the fact that like one, there are so many credits in this. But also I love the fact that even as a solo artist, like 18 is still mentioned in the special thanks. Like he could just thank Berries. Um, he could still thank the many other people that he is thanking. But like there's still an appreciation for 18 as a whole, because while you'd hope that like everyone who's an 18 is a fan of Stell by himself or a fan of every member by themselves, there are some people that aren't. Um, and that's true of any artist, sadly. But I like that he's still very appreciative of where he came from with that. I also find it really funny. Kai Began is listed as a song that's featured in this music video, which I'm very sure it's not, but that was very um, that was very funny to see that. But yeah, I really really enjoyed this. It's really weird. My last thought is um, I thought like that this song was shorter than it was. It is like 2 minutes and some maybe 3 minutes. Um, it did feel really short. Um, but I usually say like, oh, I don't like short songs. But it felt short in this case in a different way for me, in that like it felt like the song was just getting started. I don't know if anyone else has this, and it's not a criticism. I'm not saying like anything bad about the song. Um, but it felt like we were um we were gonna get something else, and then the song ended before we were gonna get that something else. I don't know if it was longer originally and shortened or anything like that. Um, I don't know, and I don't know if it's just me that thinks that. Um, and again, I want to I want to be clear. I don't mean this in a way of like, oh, I'm disappointed. I don't mean that at all. I almost feel like it's like a kind of leave them wanting more kind of thing. Because yes, we've had amazing vocal moments throughout this. Um, but it almost felt like there could have been like an entire maybe full minute left of the song, um if that makes sense. I don't know if that's just me, but like in like I don't know. I just wonder if like was it the kind of like ooh to save leave them wanting more kind of thing, um, or if it just happened to be that long. Um, but yeah, um, I really like this. Um, it's not what I was expecting. Um, this comeback. I think because I know I've talked about Room. I know obviously we have the whole EP, the but I think again the reason that I'm comparing them so much to each other is just the fact that again they are the start of each other's eras, each of the eras, um, and so it's interesting. Um, but yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any insights or anything that you want to share, feel free to do it so in the comments. You guys know I hate I hate saying that like please comment da, 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 da. But if you have any insights or any thoughts that you want to share, please feel free to do so. Um, please go and support the original song. Obviously I know I paused a lot. Some people I can already see that someone's going to comment, why did you pause like that? Why did you do that? Why did you? I react to things in my way. Um, that's it. But so please, if you want to hear the full song without my interruptions, why are you here? Please go and support the original song. Um, yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. Um, please go and support Stell. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, everyone. Bye.